You have seen the title, and I'm very excited for this video. Testmaxing 101. As a young male, you want to have the highest natural testosterone possible. If you can do this, if you can boost your testosterone naturally, you will feel so much better and you will become a V8, V10, V12 superhuman freak. Now, I'm not going to give you the ways where you start pinning things in your arms and your ass. We are not doing that. We are talking about boosting your natural testosterone to the highest possible limit. So I've got 9 tips for you today. So get a pen and paper, write this down, send it to a friend who has low testosterone, who has no motivation. Send this to him as well. So the first tip is going to be lifting heavy weights. Now, a lot of people, when they go to the gym, they don't lift heavy. They do all the other exercises. They do the isolation exercises, which are good. I'm not saying don't do them, but make sure you include lifting heavy weights, the compound movements that have always worked, the movements that target multiple muscle groups. For example, the bench press, the dip, the squat, the deadlift, the pull-up. Do these movements that target multiple muscle groups, load it up heavy. Train hard. One of my favorites is the T-bar row. You used to see Ronnie Coleman doing it back in the day, just going ham with the weights. Lifting heavy has been proven to increase your testosterone. You feel like an absolute weapon. So lift heavy weights. Yes, you can do the isolation exercises, but make sure you lift heavy as well. Number 2, eat cholesterol. Make sure you're eating cholesterol. Now, I'm not talking about cholesterol from fatty fried foods, from processed foods. I'm talking about getting your cholesterol in from raw milk, from eggs, from butter, from red meat, from seafood. Get your cholesterol in from that. Make sure you're eating your cholesterol. Cholesterol is a precursor to testosterone. If you're not eating cholesterol and you're just eating chicken, you're eating foods that do not contain a lot of cholesterol, you are going to feel terrible. I can promise you that, because I used to do it. I used to only have chicken. I used to just have protein powders, protein bars. I used to have acne all over my face. I used to feel terrible because I was not focusing on getting the cholesterol in. Now, I entirely focus on getting the cholesterol in, and the protein's just going to come with that. All right, so make sure you're eating cholesterol. Cholesterol is the precursor to testosterone. Don't listen to these doctors where they're saying don't eat more than 4 eggs a day. Sometimes I have 12. Sometimes I have 15. Then 2 steaks, and I feel like a superhuman, and I'm jacked. All right, number 3, black coffee only. I don't know why the world has gone so wrong with the coffee orders. I would like the soy matcha with the almond-filled. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Black coffee only. You can see I've got it here. There's something about black coffee. It doesn't taste that nice. And that's probably why it gives you so much power. Triple espresso, 2 of them, get you firing. Add a little bit of butter for that slower absorption speed. If you've been watching my Instagram, you know I include the butter. Black coffee only. All right. Number 4, sleep 8 to 10 hours. This is so important. You could be doing the 3 things that I've already stated, but if you're not sleeping 8 to 10 hours every single night, trying to go to bed at the same time before midnight, because remember, your testosterone is produced at midnight. So try and go to bed 9, 10, 11 o'clock. Wake up around the same time. Make sure your circadian rhythm's in check. If you're not doing this, you are cooking yourself. If you're getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep, you're going to feel terrible. Your testosterone is going to be crashing down. Also, there's a pro tip. Sleep naked. And also, make sure the room is cold. If the room is cold, you're sleeping naked, and you're sleeping 8 to 10 hours, and you have a little bit of cholesterol before bed in the form of some raw eggs, a little bit of raw milk, you're going to wake up with the Eiffel Tower. All right, number 5, make sure you're getting vitamin D. Make sure you're getting sun on your skin. You're not sitting inside all day, because vitamin D is a pro-hormone. It's directly linked to testosterone. You're not getting enough vitamin D, and a lot of people try and supplement with it. You don't need to do that. You can just get in the sun. Just go out there, get some sun on your eyes, get some sun on your skin, on your chest, on your back. You'll be feeling so much better. The next point is your cortisol. Now, a lot of people don't know what cortisol is, but it's essentially the stress hormone. If your cortisol is super high, your testosterone actually comes down. So you want to make sure that your cortisol is low. Now, how are we going to do this? One of my things that I've been implementing every single morning is I wake up, I rehydrate, I go on a walk, 10, 20 minutes, get some sun in my eyes, and I read 10 pages of my book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I'm not spiking my cortisol super early in the morning. I'm not scrolling on my phone. I'm not playing video games. You don't need to do that. Do not spike your cortisol early in the morning. Another thing that I've implemented is having my buttered black coffee 2 hours after waking up. If you have it too early, you're going to spike your adenosine gland and you're going to have brain fog and you're going to crash midday. That's why people crash and they need to have another coffee. I usually only have one coffee a day because I have it 2 hours after waking up and it leaves me good for the rest of the day. So if your cortisol is low, your testosterone is going to be higher. The next point is the higher your testosterone is, the faster your metabolism is. What does that mean? You're going to shred fat faster. You're going to burn that fat faster. So if your testosterone is high, you're going to lose that body fat that you've always wanted to lose. A lot of people say, oh, I've got this stubborn body fat that just won't come off. Maybe your testosterone is low, which means your metabolism is not fast, which means it's going to be much harder for you to shred that fat, right? So that's the next point. This is a secret tip. Cigars. Now, cigars block estrogen. What's that going to do? Estrogen is obviously a female hormone, right? If you have a lot of estrogen in your body as a man, you're going to have a high-pitched voice, which we don't want. So cigars block estrogen, which means your test is going to be through the roof. If you have testosterone, have a steak, you're in the sun, your test is going to be high as shit. And I can promise you that. Implement this once a week. All right, the next tip, and this is probably one of the most important tips, and a lot of the Testmaxers don't talk about it. You have to live in a competitive environment or hang around competitive people. If you look at a sports team, they're in a competitive environment, a rugby team or an MMA gym or a boxing gym. That's why their testosterone is so high, because that competitive nature, they're forced to always get better. That's how you need to be as well. Now, if you're not in a sports team or you're not at an MMA gym or you're not doing something super competitive, you're asking me, Arlo, how do I do this? Hang around people that want to win. Hang around people that are better than you. Hang around people that want to get better. For example, the people that I hang around now are all doing better than me. They're making more money than me. They're more jacked than me. All right? And I want to get to that level and surpass them. And every day we're trying to get a little bit better. Who can get better in business? Who can get more jacked? Who can eat more healthier? Who can get more steps in? And that's how you must be as well. Be in a competitive environment, and I promise you, your tests will be through the roof. All right, you think of armies. Why do they all have to come together and train together before they go to battle? All right? Or Mike Tyson or the boxers, they don't live with their wives before they go and fight. They go to the fight gym, they go far away, they go with their team. That's how you should be as well. Hang around some competitive people that are trying to win, trying to get better. And your test will be through the roof. The last point is sprints. Do you boys ever just do sprints and you just feel like a gorilla? You just feel like a cheetah? Whenever I do sprints, I do them barefoot, usually around sunset, and I feel so animalistic. It's anabolic. Sprints are so anabolic. Now, if you do all of these points and you be consistent, because you can absolutely do these points, but can you be consistent? Can you stick to it day after day? If you stick to these points, you push yourself, I can promise you, your test will be through the roof. You'll be feeling so much better and you will achieve everything that you want to achieve. So I'm going to reiterate these points for you. Write them down if you haven't already. Number 1, lift heavy. Number 2, eat your cholesterol. Do not be afraid of cholesterol. Number 3, black coffee only. None of this soy matcha bullshit that's being spread now. Number 4, sleep 8 to 10 hours. Sleep in a cold room. Sleep naked. Number 5, vitamin D. Not from a supplement. Go in the sun. Number 6, when your cortisol is low, your testosterone is high. Number 7, the higher your testosterone, the faster your metabolism is. Number 8, cigars once a week. It's a hack. They block estrogen. What's that going to do? Your testosterone is going to be higher. Number 9, competitive environment. Hang around other males that want to win, want to get better, and push you to be better. And number 10, sprints. Send this to a mate, whose test is low. Implement all of these 10 tips, write it down, and I promise you, you're going to be feeling like a new person. I'll catch you boys on the next one. Next YouTube video on Monday. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and share it. I'll catch you later. Bush.